At Palm Beach Motor Yachts, we're proud to be sponsors of this year's 12-meter World Championship. Racing is at the heart and in the DNA of our brand. Our CEO and designer, Mark Richards, has sailed since he was 6 and has won the Sydney to Hobart yacht race an unprecedented 9 times. That experience has literally shaped the way we design and build our motor yachts. We wish all competitors the very best of luck on this exciting occasion.
It's day number 4 of the 2023 12-meter World Championships here in Newport, Rhode Island, and it feels somewhat ominous today. We've got cloudy, colder conditions, and more breeze is scheduled this afternoon. Hi, I'm Tucker Thompson. Welcome back to our coverage, and in a word, today feels big. Big breeze on tap, big 12-meter action, and big chances to move forward in the standings for crews that perform well today. On the line for race 1 in the modern division as all bows push forwards towards the line. And here's the gun. Beautiful job in the middle of the fleet by Defender. And down here to leeward, Enterprise nails the start and the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Freedom, in trouble, late for the start, has to tack out onto port and duck the entire fleet. Around the top mark, it is Enterprise out in front with a good lead over the rest of the fleet. Freedom is the first to jibe away onto port, and Challenge splits away from them, chasing Enterprise downwind. Back upwind, Enterprise has extended her lead on the rest of the fleet as they tack inshore. Challenge 12 is well behind them. But in third and having a fantastic race is Dawn Riley and the Oak Cliff crew aboard Courageous. Things are pretty much the same as the fleet approaches the leeward mark. Challenge 12 in second, and Courageous has maintained third. At the finish line, it's an impressive wire-to-wire victory for Peter Askew and the Enterprise crew. Behind it's Challenge 12 in second and Courageous in third. And impressively, after 5 legs, Freedom has finally passed Defender, and they take a valuable point. On the line for race number 1 today in the traditional division, as the fleet heads to the line, it's a beautiful start for Weatherly at the committee boat end. Columbia right in the middle, and down here at the pin is Ottawa. Meanwhile, trouble for American Eagle late for the start, and they have to tack out immediately to the right. After a rough start, American Eagle makes short work of the fleet and gets back out in front on the upwind leg, ahead of Nefertiti and Columbia. The top mark belongs to American Eagle, way out in front. Behind them in second place is Nefertiti into the spinnaker hoist, and then it's an overlap between Columbia and Weatherly behind. American Eagle still leads the fleet downwind, but trouble on board. Something is wrong with the spinnaker pole, and now they have to free fly the kite into the leeward mark as the rest of the fleet bears down on them. Upwind, that spinnaker pole incident may come to haunt them. Columbia has clawed back into this race, and it's going to come down to this. One final tack. American Eagle crossing Columbia. Now all they've got to do is put the bow over to go to the finish, but they're holding. 2 lengths now, they roll into attack. Columbia down to leeward is going for the line, and as they approach the finish, Columbia gets it over American Eagle. Nefertiti takes third, and now Ottawa has the same situation we saw for the win against Weatherly. And that tack is timed perfectly, keeping them ahead to take 4th place with Weatherly in 5th. Approaching the start for race 2 in the modern division, and the entire fleet likes the right-hand end of the line, so much so that they're going to be early, and it's Challenge 12 in trouble. And Challenge 12 gets shot out the back. They're only just getting across the line. And no surprise, they'll roll into a downspeed tack. And to add insult to injury, Defender tacks on their breeze. At the top mark, the fleet is close. Freedom is ahead. Just behind is Enterprise, followed by Challenge 12, then Defender, and then Courageous. All boats heading downwind within 20 seconds of each other. This has been an insane run. all three 12 meters have been overlapped the entire time, and now, just lengths from the leeward mark, the tactician on the back of Freedom is calling no overlap, swinging his arm, meaning Challenge 12 can't go in there as the boats approach the zone. Foredeck crews spring into action. A simultaneous spinnaker drops on all three boats coming into the leeward gates. It's going to be Enterprise rounding to the right and heading left as we look upwind. Challenge 12 likely to jibe here and take the left mark, which will be heading right upwind. Bit of trouble there for the spinnaker drop though, and that's going to give a big advantage to Freedom. Freedom is going to jibe at the last minute and split here to the left-hand gate and head to the right. It's bow to bow between Freedom and Enterprise, and Challenge 12 is in trouble. Upwind, Enterprise goes all the way to the left. The move does not pay off. Freedom in the background is now miles ahead from the right. At the top mark, Freedom rounds uncontested. Challenge 12 manages to stay in second, and there's a fight for third and fourth between Enterprise to leeward and Courageous to windward. 2 legs later and approaching the finish line, Freedom has sealed the deal. An incredibly well-earned victory at the end of the day. True to form, the traditional fleet's a little bit farther behind the line as they approach the start of race 2, except for American Eagle. Making up for that finish in the last race, they're going to nail this start at the favored end. 5 seconds to go, they'll put the bow down, they've got room to do it. Ottawa coming on from behind, no overlap. There's the gun, and it's a beautiful start. And Ottawa close behind has to tack away for clear air. Downwind, the Columbia American Eagle battle continues, and this time it's Columbia out in front as they head for the leeward mark. The belle of the ball that started it all in 1958, Columbia looks as good today as she did then. And behind them, there's nothing in it between Nefertiti to windward and Ottawa to leeward. Back upwind, Columbia has stretched her lead even more over American Eagle and the rest of the traditional fleet. And with that, Columbia seals the deal at the finish, leaving American Eagle to take second. Well, today delivered some fantastic racing at the top of Narragansett Bay, and in the end, Challenge 12 is still leading Freedom in the modern division, and of course Columbia is still leading American Eagle in the traditional division, and it all comes down to the final day tomorrow here in Newport, Rhode Island to conclude the 2023 12-meter World Championships. We hope you'll be there. We certainly will. I'm Tucker Thompson. Thanks for joining us.